The final race at Happy Valley on Wednesday night, Class 3. This is over the 1,200 metres. Headed by Starlight, a four-time course and distance winner. He's here on a hat-trick. So fast, gets a gear change, blinkers go back on. Intrepid won the distance at Shartin, 2 starts back. Grace Hart been runner-up, 2 starts back behind Starlight, then behind Good Companion last time out. Master Viking gets an awkward draw from 12. Happy Star gets the blinkers on for the first time. And Back in Black, the promoted starter, 4-time course and distance winner and 3 times in the class as well. So an interesting field for the last. Again, we're at the touchscreen to have a look at this. There's a fair bit of speed, but Master Viking, again, he's had no luck with the draws of late, and once more, he will get going eventually. From the outside, barrier 12.
I get the feeling he'll actually probably start like that, Andrew, from the wire gate snagged back. So I don't see him as an inclusion in the early speed, but, you know, there are some quick horses here. Good Companion's been right up on the pace, of course, lately, and he may even try and burrow through there from G1 Lover. Happy Star's probably the most interesting runner in the whole race, this horse here. He's won a trial recently with blinkers on at Happy Valley. He's going to get some competition, though. So Fast got the blinkers on as well. Potentially might want to roll forward. So there's a possible battle royale going on in the early stages. Grace Hart's got the claim for Matthew Poon. He can lead, but he's probably more likely to sit in. The fact that there is pace in this race is going to suit a horse like Back in Black, and also potentially Hair Trigger at the back here, who's having his first start at Happy Valley. The key runner in the race, Starlight, looking for a hat-trick of wins. I think Zach Purton ideally will probably try and get in front of Intrepid there and sort of settle himself just in on the rail, sort of 3 back. I think that's probably an ideal result. The pace will be good. It should suit him. The extra 10 pounds that he's got to carry, though, they say weight can stop trains. I don't know whether it will stop him, but it's going to be interesting to see. He's
looked very good, hasn't he, so far? What have you got for us as far as track work's concerned, Paul?
Well, we've got a bit to show here. The first one we'll show is down the front straight. We don't normally show down here. But Hair Trigger working with the Joyful Trinity. You can see Hair Trigger moving nicely here. Joyful Trinity, of course, came out and ran in the group race. Hair Trigger's the one on the far side, 215. And here he is with Tommy Berry aboard down the back straight as well. So he's coming to Happy Valley for the first time, so you do have to take him on a bit of trust from barrier 11. But his work's been pretty good leading into this particular contest. This is the 23rd of October. Iron Boys look good in his work, and he'll strip a really fit horse going into this particular contest. Yet to win at Happy Valley, but has been placed numerous times. So wouldn't be surprised by looking at his track work that he goes a better race, a good race. This is his last piece here. This was back on the 23rd of October, so just the other day as well. And he's moving really nicely going into this, and he'll, as I mentioned, he's had plenty of work and is a fit horse. Is the 4 Iron Boy. The last one we're going to take a look at here is Happy Star. Now, Vincent Ho, Joe Marie has done a lot of work on this horse, but Vincent Ho was aboard for this last gallop again just the other day, and he's moving nicely as well. And the blinkers go on, which I think is a really good improvement for this.
One thing we should probably point out in this race, Andrew, is no doubt those form experts will be right onto it. But Back in Black will carry saddlecloth 12, but he will be carrying 129 pounds. Don't get confused there. Think he's on a lightweight. He was an inclusion very shortly after the fields came out. So effectively, he probably should carry saddlecloth number 3, but because of that situation, he's down the bottom.
All right, that's Back in Black. We'll have a look at him in a second, actual fact. Let's start off, though, with the top weight and the horse in form, Starlight, and his jockey, Zach Purton.
Zach, Starlight, a horse who's won 3 times out of his last 4 races. Give us your thoughts ahead of this one.
Yeah, obviously he's going very well. He's in good form. He's drawing a nice gate, so he's going to get a nice run again. And if the tempo's there to suit, there's no reason why he can't continue on his way.
What's changed with the horse? He just suddenly seems to have settled here.
Listen, like a lot of horses in Hong Kong, they just take a while to acclimatise and settle in. And he'd always shown that he had Class 3 ability early on, but he was just a little bit immature and a bit weak. And as he strengthened up with time and wrapped his head around racing a little bit more, he's just put it together.
So the big question is there any more improvement to come? I mean, the handicapper has certainly noticed him.
Yeah, of course. You know, if you keep winning, the handicapper's got to keep doing his job. But I don't think it's all over for him yet. I think you know, he's found another suitable race, and hopefully he can win again.
You've had a couple of days to reflect on Sunday. Looking back at the big races, were you happy with your horses, the big horses in those races?
Yeah, I thought they both ran well, so they're on target for their races coming up.
And Gold Mount in particular was very impressive.
Yeah, he was. He carried a big weight, and he was first up. It's not often you get to see a horse first up here over that trip do what he done. So he's obviously talented. He's only small, but he's got an engine.
That he does, yeah, that is gold mount. But we'll go back to Starlight. Worth noting, Grace Hart's got a 15-pound pull with him, and with Good Companion last time out, 17 pounds. That's a lot of weight.
It is a lot of weight. As we saw on the weekend, the weight didn't really seem to sort of be too much of a hindrance for those horses over the sprint. So it may be the same case here, 1,200 at the Valley. You know, had it have been 2,000, you know, going up 10 pounds I think is more of a problem. But just looking at the way he won there, he's going to be very difficult to beat again. I think if he gets into Class 2 with a lightweight, he can be competitive there. But he's a 6 lengths better horse than he was at the end of last season. And as Zach said, there might be still a bit more to come.
Yeah, I think he'll run really well as well. He's going up with the weights, that's any question, mate.
Yeah, he's the one to beat. He's favourite at the moment. We'll see what he's still got in the tank. Let's have a look at some of his rivals. And we'll start off with this promoted starter you were talking about there, but that is Back in Black. He loves it here at Happy Valley. The other horses to take note of in this particular race, this is Good Companion and Navis as well up the rail.
Interesting, there's a little bit of place money for Navis early in betting. And you know, when he's right, he's quite a competitive horse at this level. I was a bit surprised to see Good Companion run as well in this class and then, you know, come out and win. Back in Black, I think, will get his opportunity. Just wanted to lay in a little bit here, final stages, but this is a winnable race for him, a race he can be at least competitive in.
Yeah, he won 5 times last season, so he did get up the weights quite significantly. He's now getting down to a winnable rating, I think, Back in Black. So I think of the ones, I think Good Companion goes up. Back in Black, sort of. Yeah. I'll be more Back in Black than Good.
He had the better of him there, didn't he, late on? That was Jumbo Happiness winning the race. We're looking at a trial here, and this is Happy Star at Happy Valley. He's made all here on this occasion. Matthew Poon, though, in the saddle. He, of course, rides Grace Hart for Casper Founds in the race. I
do like this horse, though. I think the blinkers going on is a really good thing for him. He seems to be suited by Happy Valley. It's the first day under race conditions, and at $9, I think he's a massive over. So at that price, I'll make him the best of the day.
When he first started racing, he looked a very progressive type. He hasn't probably progressed as quickly as most thought he might, but in saying that, he hasn't done a lot wrong either. Little bit of extra time, blinkers going on a trial at the Valley. He'll be right up on the speed. He's got the light weight, and I get the feeling that, you know, in time, he's a horse that can probably sort of get to the heights that Starlight's already at. So that makes him competitive.
All right. So this is it, Paul. Best bet? We've saved it to the last.
Yeah, I've saved it to the last. So I'll go with Happy Star. I just think that the way he's paying with a lightweight on C+3 course on the pace to beat Starlight, he's obviously going to be tough to beat, but he's going to come up very short. Happy Star could be the better bet at the prices. Iron Boy, we saw that track work. He'll run nicely. I think he's prime for this race. And Back in Black in there for 4. So 10, 1, 4 and 12, but I'll be back in 10 to win.
I must have your glasses on, Paul, because I've got the same numbers in the same order. Happy Star, the 10. I think he'll be in front of Starlight with a lightweight. He's a horse that's got some ability and might give Starlight the most to do. But if Starlight were to overhaul him, I wouldn't be surprised. He is going that well. But the price factor's the way I went, like Paul. Iron Boy, I think, will appreciate the pace. Back in Black, 10, 1, 4, 12. I'm going to go the Q, 1 and 10.
Starlight for me. I'll stick with a horse in form. Straight into the statistics, though, Paul, and we're going to focus in on Frankie Law this week. Yeah, look, he trumps a few of his horses, as you can see here. 27 runners there. He's at 8 wins, 3 seconds, 4 thirds, so 30% win rate for Frankie Law, and he's flying at the moment. He's got a couple of trump runners there on the Wednesday night, Dr. Winwin being one of them. He looks like he's right in the race. Spicy Double's another one. And of course, he's also got another runner in Ensuring, which you like, Brett.
Get it early, Paul. Yeah, he's absolutely flying his horses. The horses that don't win from Frankie's yard, majority, 98.9% of them, are all running well. All right, best bets though time, Paul, and Sue up, make it official.
Yep, Happy Star for me. I'll put him as the best, like the price, 940. Don't think he'll start that, but he has a big price at the moment. Blinkers on, Vincent Ho. If Joe was riding him, he'd be paying a quarter of that. Don't Miss is my long shot, currently around $10. I think he'll drift out to about 14. Should get a nice run with Sam Clippin on aboard in race number 4. Number 8, and the play of the day will do it in the last with Starlight, Iron Boy, and Happy Star. Looks a very good exotic in that last race.
Get it early for me. I'll go with Ensuring for Frankie Law and Neil Callum. Race 1, number 3 is my best. It's a tricky little race, but it's a very winnable race for Ensuring. And my long shot, this is a real shy at the stumps. I think this will be a tactical battle. It needs to be for him to be winning it. 6-9, Unique Joyous for National Willa. And I'll use that race as my play of the day with Unique Joyous City winner and Dutch Windmill, who are all at reasonable prices in a QQP.
All right, Unique Joyce trained by Manfred Mann. Win-Win Ruby's trained by Manfred Mann as well. If you want to go at the treble, Paul's got Manfred Mann on top in the last as well. But there we go, Win-Win Ruby in race number 7 for me. I'll be taking on the stats. And Glenealy Prize, his 2 best efforts last season were over 1,800 metres on the all-weather. We'll see if he can get involved in the third. And we'll work around him with Cloud9 and Premium Champion. Hopefully he'll throw some value into the exotics. That's as far as the best and the plays are concerned. That's about it. The boat's out of time. Looking forward, though, to seeing these horses announced for the international meeting.
Absolutely, yeah. We've got Valley on Wednesday night and Valley, of course, Happy Valley, that is, on Sunday with a 10-race afternoon card.
Yeah, I always look forward to that afternoon race meeting at Happy Valley, and they get a good crowd as well.
They do. Shorter trip home as well for you boys too. But that's the show. Thanks for watching. On behalf of Paul, Brett and the rest of the team, hopefully we'll see you at Happy Valley on Wednesday night when we will be racing to win.
Good night.
All right.